Blog Talk Radio.
Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party. Grown and sexy, join the party. Put summer party. Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed.
Welcome to Friday night at Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
We have a...
Sorry over there, Papa?
Yeah, I'm just a little this air in the studio is kind of like not a cool factor. It's like
have a couple cocktails, you'll be fine.
mediocre at best.
All right.
But anyway, that ain't going to hold us back from getting done what needs to get done here. Got a lot of stuff going on tonight, let's see.
We sure do. You all right over there, Papa?
Yeah, how you
Okay.
doing?
I can't complain. How you doing, Redwine?
I'm doing great.
Huh?
It's Friday night, and I'm feeling right.
All right now. We've got these cocktails in front of us. We doing all right?
That always helps.
It does. All right.
Helps to ease the pain.
Look, that's not all.
Hey, who's that pulling the cork out of the bottle? Not me.
Woo! Watch out now. Y'all behave.
Okay.
All right. Well, might as well get on down with the rundown.
All right, get on down with it.
Get on down. Okay.
What you got for
We
us?
got a lot going on tonight.
Okay.
Get right into it. Hot topics. Why are so many Navy ships crashing? Trump is threatening the government shutdown again. The diocese says it learned of priest KKK passed decades ago. Our hit it and quit it headlines. Another Trump staffer resigns. Another one bites the dust. Amazon and Whole Foods plan to immediate discount. Tesla, the cars, they going electric big rigs now. Who is the Blacks for Trump guy? Study on sleep and risk of dementia. And Apple's $999 iPhone. No, thank you. What's poppin' with Poppa DD? Got a surprise for us tonight. Our weird news. Police check out man looking for dentures. Man sprays manure on patrol car. And a German police seizes thousands of Trump ecstasy tablets. You can't stay out the news, can you?
No.
I'm just saying with red wine. When did being an addict become a national epidemic? Living for the city with Poppa DD. More surprises. My Hollywood wrap-up. I'm going to talk about Jay Thomas, Amy Schumer, Lady Gaga, Gwyneth Paltrow in The Voice. Cocktail of the week is the Juan Collins. And our kiss it list and the last word. Sit back, relax, get your favorite cocktail, because that's what we're doing. And we'll be back with the hot topic.
Hey, this is Poppa DD. Join me on Friday nights live at the Pajama Party, adult online radio talk show. And don't miss my segments called Living for the City and What's Poppin'.
Hey, and join me. This is Redwine with the long stem, and I've got the hot topics in my commentary called I'm Just Saying. And don't forget the cocktail of the week for me, Ketel with the yellow top. I got the Hollywood wrap-up along with weird news. And don't forget, we've got the kisser list. That's for the people who get on our last nerves and you want us to call them out.
So join us on Blog Talk Radio for the Pajama Party.
Every Friday night at 9 p.m. on the East Coast and 6 p.m. on the West Coast. Go to apajamaparty.com to listen online or follow us on Twitter at apajamaparty. Call us live, 914-803-4306. And don't forget to press 1.
Now let's get back to the show.
Hey, what happened to the snack tray or the bartender?
Does he want to see my slippers?
I'll call the room service.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I want to host Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling.
And, all right, okay.
It must be the cocktail.
It's just Friday. High on life.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Somebody got a B-Day coming up. That's what it is.
Boy. Yeah, that might be it.
Okay.
I'm going to get me one of those confetti guns and go boosh.
Oh.
And shoot out a whole bunch of confetti.
I hope not in the studio. Please don't do that. Please.
Good. We got cleaning staff to clean it up.
Do we really? Okay.
Well, we can make the interns do it.
All right.
Anyway, let's move on into these hot topics.
What you got over there, Papa?
Let's see here. Why are so many Navy ships crashing?
So with that?
I don't know. I wouldn't really call it a crash. I just feel like something's going on. I think that, like I always said, there's no loyalty amongst thieves, first of all. So we never know what's going down, why, and by who. Okay? This could be a conspiracy theory with the North Koreans paying people to attack a ship intentionally.
Yeah, you're right.
You know,
There's
meet
a
you at
point
the
there.
intersection. Because in no way can you hurt those tankers. Those tankers are big, they're huge, and I just don't understand how something, first of all, is able to get that close.
Yeah,
You
without
know,
somebody
me
seeing it in time to move.
Well, not even being able to see it, what they do. I mean, I'm a Navy vet myself, personally. So
Really?
Me, yeah, and
Where's your uniform?
We have to stand attention to Corporal
Man in uniform.
Papa.
hanging up next to everything else in my closet has shrunk.
Oh,
Or
okay.
not straight, clothes don't shrink. I guess I blew up. Anyway.
You said it. We didn't.
Anyway, and the one thing that you do in the Navy is you track everything around you. Now, the Bay of Singapore, where they were, was completely crowded. Trade is through the roof today. There's people, little, what do you call those things, sweatshops?
Yeah.
And this is the capital of sweatshops, Singapore, and all these little places where people are making everything from Nike sneakers to you name it, sweat socks, and everything you see down the wholesale district is wrapped up in a bag with a dozen in it. Anything you see in there, you see on there made in Singapore, made in Japan, or made in China. And all these ships are the ones that takes all these canisters you see in these ships stacked up. Because when you see a ship that's real tall, but as the stuff starts weighing on it, whether it's canisters or oil, inside the ship, it weighs down. But this ship was about empty. It was tall and broad, which made it not only lighter but faster, going in to get goods. And then to strike a U.S. military ship like a can opener, it just shows you two things. I would say one is the fact that, this is not right to be that close to a ship. And also you're on foreign territory. That would never happen in Norfolk. Okay? There's too much respect rendered to a military ship. But over in Singapore, it's like, you've seen one, you've seen them all. It's just a ship. Everybody's trying to jockey for position. But anyway, back to the original story. I just want to give that a little circumference, let you understand what happened or what's going on. It's a crowded, when you come around the jetty is the area that leads to the intake area where the tugboats push you in or what have you. But everybody's trying to get to the jetty to get to the intake area, where that intake area takes you out to the mainland or into the harbor. Anyway, but the U.S. Navy is facing a difficult question about the health of their fleet in the aftermath of the USS John S. McCain, who collided with an oil tanker east of Singapore on Monday, the latest in a series of naval accidents in the Pacific. All right, Chief of Naval Operations Admiral John Richardson ordered a rare one-day operational pause in reference to the latest collision. Okay, and while the cause of the USS McCain crash is still to be determined, the spree of accidents, four since January, suggested there could be a more systematic issue, rather. Now, it says also that in addition to the Navy's stand down, the Marine Corps grounded all their aircraft for 24 hours earlier this month on the heels of two deadly crashes to focus on the fundamentals of safety flight operations, standardizations, and combat readiness. So it seems like everybody is like stand down and take a look at yourself and see what's going on. You know, why isn't the stuff we do every day not working? Why is this stuff blowing up before our eyes? You know, because it's probably not us. It's probably somebody. I mean, because see, America's big. You know, and being big in the world today is just like having a lot of money. The one thing is going to happen when you got a lot of money. Money's going to fall through the cracks. You know, people like Oprah and people that has big money. You know, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 every year falls through the cracks. Whereas you can't even account where it went, you know, and that may sound crazy, but it's the truth. When you're doing so much, then, you know, people can scheme off the top like it's nothing. So that's that situation there. So in a nutshell, you know, they're backing off on everything and seeing what's going on. They have relieved some of our admirals from their duty, claiming that their dereliction of duty has taken place. And they're going to put new people in place and things of this nature. So right now, it's just it's a trust thing. You know, what's happening? Why aren't we paying attention? What's going on? But you know, as big like we are, and not knowing who's against us, or not knowing what little things could be done against us in order to get back at us for any reason. It's the opportunity's there. You know, we're a big conglomerate. You know, it's like anything else.
Right. But
Get infiltrated.
What did they say who crashed into the ship?
Yeah, these are different, you know, your everyday tankers that are there for all different reasons. But these tankers are so unknown anymore, you know. See, when you're overseas like that, the regulations are like kaput, you know. The Singapore Channel is not the Norfolk Channel. So the regulations aren't in place like that, you know. And the Coast Guard is not patrolling the Singapore River. They're patrolling some of our lands and things of this international lands. But if you look at that harbor of Singapore, it's just littered with all kinds of people just doing their thing. This is their country. This is how they make their money over there. You know, this is their thing. It's like Home Depot when you see all the different foreigners out there trying to get a job, you know. It is out there. You don't know who's good, bad, or whatever. You pick them based on volume. You don't really know that guy can paint.
Right.
You know, he's waving his hand. But it's the same like anything else. I think if we're going to go to Home Depot and get somebody, maybe want to get somebody that's out there early, has a truck, has a ladder, looks like they can do something. But you go out there 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you see some drugger sitting here with a Volkswagen and no ladder or no anything. He said, "You got a ladder, man? I go get one. I go one." You know, he may just be just as trifling as any trifling American. So I don't think the professionalism takes a break when it comes to foreign entity. You know, if you're trifling, you're trifling. It just that it doesn't make a difference. That has no barrier. So if you're going to get somebody from Home Depot, maybe get somebody at 6 o'clock in the morning instead of 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Get that early bird, huh?
Yeah, instead of Joe Blow just walked up and
they woke up at 11, rolled out at noon,
and have them do outside jobs. You know, have them going inside and doing, you know, whatever. That's my take on that.
Well, if you guys got any questions or comments, what we're talking about, or a new subject, or want to holler at Poppa DD, Redwine, or Ketel, hit us up at 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
Press 1 and get in the queue.
Well, I got one for you. This is another crazy one, but it's a hot topic this week.
Come on with it.
The Catholic Diocese says that it learned of a priest KKK background activities decades ago, yet he's still a priest.
Ooh, that's deep.
Now, this guy is a priest in Virginia, and then he just came public with a confession this week about his earlier life when he was burning crosses and whatnot when he was part of the Klan. Now, his name is William Atchison. He's 62, and he wrote this whole essay confessing what he did, saying his actions were despicable, blah, 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 cry me a river. And he said, it's been 40 years now, and I'm sorry. Well, the family, one of the families where he burned a cross in their yard, are speaking up. And they're saying, yeah, you burned a cross in our yard, and we were supposed to get compensation for that. And they're saying, where's our money? They never got their money.
Wow.
So this whole thing, this goes back to, let's see, he started his ministry in Virginia back in 93. the diocese learned of his past and said that, well, he's had a sincere conversion of the heart.
Mhm.
You know, people change, I get that, but this is some serious stuff.
Mhm.
How you go from being in the Klan burning crosses to now you're a priest? I guess it can happen, but I don't know. That's kind of rough. I could see him serving in the ministry. I could not see him being over a flock, you know, over a congregation. That to me is just a bit much.
Mhm.
So anyway, this week it was discovered that he was the one responsible for burning a 7-foot cross in this a black family's front yard. So they're saying that it turns out also that this guy had threatened Coretta Scott King.
I know that.
So that's how deep he was involved with the Klan.
Yeah, that's deep.
Exactly. So this family, the Butler family, they're saying that we will never, ever forget, and we didn't deserve it, and nobody deserves this. So the church had accepted his offer to temporarily step away from public ministry, temporarily, and he says that he would like to meet with the Butler family privately.
That's the one where he burnt the cross
Yeah.
on there.
If I was them, I would meet with him privately. I would have to have plenty of people around
But
just in case.
you would think that, I guess, the lawyers would have continued to fight for them.
Well, the federal judge ordered Atchison to pay the family $23,000 in damages back in the early 80s.
Really?
In the early 80s, and he never did.
Come on, you making some money because you kind of an archdiocese or whatever.
He never paid her. So now the Catholic Diocese of Arlington is saying that arrangements are being made to ensure that he fulfills his legal and moral obligations to the Butler family.
It should be some interest on that. That's what I think.
You know? And see, to me, to say the legal and moral obligations, I didn't hear the word financial in there. Now, unless you're equating legal and financial in the same, is the same thing.
Right.
I don't know. But they're saying, look, we didn't get our money back in the 80s. Now he's going to go public with this whole essay because now he's in this thing where he's trying to help people get out of the Klan and out of hate groups and stuff.
Yeah.
To say, hey, I've been where you are. I can help you, counsel you, et cetera, et cetera. And I think that's fine. But that him being over a congregation, to me, that took it too far.
Yeah, I think he's just using that as he's a chameleon. I just don't trust him. I'm sorry.
See, that's what I'm saying. I would have a hard time trusting him. And to say you want to meet with this family privately, oh no.
After, what is that, 20-something years? I mean,
it's been like 40 years. This went back to the 80s.
Ooh.
No, you wouldn't meet with me privately. I would have cameras, lawyers,
talk to the hand,
bodyguards, all kind of stuff. In case he starts having flashbacks, I'd be ready.
Talk to the hand.
Talk to somebody, write a check, then I'll talk to you.
See, my thing is, one, you don't respect the people that you had, quote-unquote, did the Klansman crap on.
Mm-hmm.
And you owed them $23,000. And you haven't probably tried to give them anything. I can see if, you fall on hard times or something, or a installment plan or something, but it don't sound like he's something.
Make an effort.
That's the key thing.
Make an effort.
Yes.
If you're all sincere like you say you are, then where is the backup to your sincerity?
That's what I'm
Back
talking
it up.
And see, his lawyer should advise him, look, you need to get on the payment plan or promise him something every year or something,
Somebody should have advised him before you write this essay and go public with all of this confession. You need to make sure you don't have skeletons in your closet that's going to rattle and talk.
You know what I'm saying?
That would have been, hey.
They talking
They're talking and saying, where's my money?
That's what I'm talking. They talking. Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that. I hope the Brown family gets their money. And I agree with you, Ketel. They need to get interest on that.
Yeah.
What's a reasonable interest since 1980-something?
I don't know. They'll figure it out. They need to attack another $10,000 at least.
Well, more than that.
Yeah.
It was only 20. What was that? 23,000.
Yeah.
That's probably at least $500,000 by now. I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Because that was damaging. That kind of stuff damages your psyche, messes up your nerves. That stuff has psychological damage. You can't really put a price on that, but at least $1 million will help. A couple million. I mean, come on.
They might hit the lady from Massachusetts on that.
Well,
but
responsible for that mess. But anyway, I'm going to let it go.
all right, we're going to keep moving. You
Okay.
guys got any questions or comments? Hit us up tonight, 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
Press 1 to get in the queue.
All right, what you got for us, Ketel?
All right, this crazy-ass rally. We had to talk about it. I mean, that's the hottest thing going on.
Yeah.
This Phoenix rally, President Trump threatened to shut down the government in a matter of weeks if Congress refuses to fund the border wall. About that damn wall again. He goes on to say, if we have to close down our government, we're building that wall. Trump told the attendees who first pumped and chanted, build that wall, build that wall. Woo.
Love that stuff.
I don't understand why he's still rallying, but that's a whole nother show.
I don't get it either.
So, in May, he tweeted that the country needs a good shutdown to leverage a better budget deal for Republicans. Really?
Mm-hmm.
So now you're threatening to shut things down so if they don't build this wall. It says, but the 16-day government shutdown, remember there was a shutdown back in 2013?
Yes, I do remember.
That was the longest since 1980, resulted in an estimated $24 billion. Now I'm talking about billion dollars.
That's a lot of
lost
money.
Economic output. So much of that came from the government workers, including civilian contractors not getting paid. The government workforce was furloughed only about 850,000 employees, or about 40% of the federal civilian workforce. So Trump has promised to supercharge oil and gas drilling in America, but the shutdown of government all but shut down the drilling permitting process temporarily. So you're going to shut down the government, but you're going to keep drilling.
I don't get that.
See what I'm saying?
But see, that's about priorities. You know, that to him is what's important.
Right, but see, he has a hand in it. Am I right, Pop? He got a hand in this oil deal, right?
Yeah, of course.
I think he does.
Yeah.
I don't know that for sure, but I think he does.
Right. So he portrays himself as someone who knows how to run a business and loves monuments and making life better for veterans. Really? What kind of president do we have?
I won't even respond to that. It would take the rest of the show.
So it goes on to say, if a shutdown occurs this year, there might not be the same blame game Trump has already claimed responsibility for. Really? So the current bipartisan spending agreement reached in late April will fund the government operations till September 30th. Lawmakers reached a deal only after Trump dropped his demand that the spending package include funds for the border wall. Y'all talking about that damn wall?
See? So he's trying to keep a package from going forward.
Right.
If they don't include money for this daggone wall.
Yeah.
That's not right.
He can, excuse my language, but he can get out his damn butthole to get the damn money to fund that damn wall.
I'm saying, if you that pressed about it, you got all the money, you claim you so rich. Why don't you just write a check?
Thank you.
Pay for the wall if that's what you want.
Thank you. Thank you. He should be able to pay for the wall, right, Papa?
Yeah, I believe he should. I mean, what wall for what reason though? What are we?
He's trying to keep, people who don't look like him from being here.
Yeah.
That's what it boils down to.
Yeah, that's the bottom line.
Bottom line. There's no deep, dark mystery.
Yeah. I mean, this is almost remind me of the wall of Berlin. I mean, they done knocked that damn thing down, but
yeah. Now he wants to build one over here.
I think he just wants to be known to, like, okay, Donald Trump, he built this wall to.
But do you really want to be remembered for doing something ignorant?
Yeah. Look who we talking about. Come on now.
Well, yeah, he's got his 1,000,000,001 tweets that'll go down in history. So anyway, all right, well, let's see, where are we? Oh, we're going to take a quick break and then go to Hit It and Quit It?
Sure thing.
All right, we'll do that, and we'll be right back. Hit It and Quit It.
Living just enough for the city.
Okay, but why are we doing Stevie Wonder? I thought we were doing Pajama Party.
Well, I was talking about my little one of my segments of Living for the City.
Join the party.
Now you ride me.
That's every Friday night at 9. Pajama Party. No clothes allowed.
Ketel and Redwine stepping on my parade. I had the mic first. And they're coming in just trying to,
It's my turn.
Now she's going to sing some American
What
standard.
number call?
Yeah, call us at 914
803
803
4306
4306.
and press 1.
Press 1 to be put into the queue. And say what you have to say. You can read off what we're talking about. Come up with a new subject of your own.
We hear from you.
We're liberal. We're easy.
Eastern time.
Eastern time. We're here 9 p.m. Friday nights. That's 6 o'clock
6 o'clock.
West Coast. And maybe 7 o'clock in the mountains or in the
Yeah, 7 in the mountains.
around
8
Michigan.
o'clock Central.
Michigan and New Orleans and all that. We're like an hour back.
Yeah,
But 9 o'clock on the East Coast.
9:15 CP time.
CP time 9:15.
Don't be late when you listen to us. It is 9 o'clock on the dot.
That's right. Every Friday night.
We'll see you there.
Goodbye. Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel
Hello.
and Redwine.
Bonsoir, darlings. Oh, Lord. Is it like that? It's like that. Okay. All right.
No.
Yeah, we can hit it. Okay, we have breaking news. We have just been informed that 45, your boy, Mr. Trump, has decided to pardon Sheriff Joe Arpaio. This was the sheriff who violated the Constitution and the judge's decrees about not profiling Hispanic people out in Arizona. He was supposed to get jail time and all because he was breaking the law. So now he's a former sheriff. And Trump hinted about it on Tuesday, I think, when he was in Phoenix, saying, oh, well, I'll make a prediction. Sheriff Joe's going to be okay. Well, now Sheriff Joe's okay because Trump just pardoned his monkey ass. And I'm fucking him. I'm putting him on the kiss it list. Both of them.
What's his name?
Sheriff Joe Arpaio. So, anyway, I'm done with that. I'm so frustrated with that right now.
Okay, but let me say a couple things if I could.
Come on with it, Pop. Come on,
Let me lay something out here for a minute. Let's just talk about the niceness of people.
Really?
I just think as black people, we as a whole are always trying to project what we need to project to prove that we're not something in particular. Always trying to show people that this is what we really are, when other people keep showing their ass of what they really are for real. And when you see this every day on a consistent base, you kind of want to ask yourself that. And you can't do it because, the blood that you have in you and the way you was brought up and the upbringing that you have in you is there. It's a solid rock. It's stapled. It's crazy glue. Your mother's love is just like there. And there's nothing you can do about it. And your conscience sometimes won't let you cross the line to be ugly. But it just seems that some of our counterparts, ugliness is just their apropos. Common, normal, every day. What the hell? Should I start being a what the hell person myself? I was in the supermarket. A lady was looking at some bread one day, pocketbook wide open, cart way down the other end of the aisle. I said, excuse me, man, is that your pocketbook down there? Oh, my goodness, I'm up here trying to chew some bread and blah, 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 blah. Okay? And I helped her. I said, yeah. And she went down there and got her pocket, closed up her pocketbook. If I was like, being Joe Vicious or Joe Ripoff, and I know damn well that the money in her pocketbook can't pay my mortgage, can't pay my car note, and I don't really want to pay it with that kind of money or that particular precinct of money. So therefore, I look at the backlash, I look at the karma, and anything else that will come with ripping off that lady.
Right.
So the conscious mind comes in layers and layers and layers and layers. But when Trump does some dumb, excuse my French, some dumb shit regularly, and we sit back and say, oh, well, that's Trump. Oh, well, that's Trump. That just shows his upbringing wasn't even, these people were raised by wolves.
They're just indecent.
They was raised by wolves because you have to have a conscious mind.
Don't even disparage wolves like that.
Well, you're right. I won't be the wolf. I mean, and like I said, we're going to continue with the show, but we have to understand our conscious mind goes with anything. Even when you go to fart, so to speak, excuse the expression, excuse the dialogue. But even when you go to fart, you look at the environment you're in first and say, damn, should I fart here? Or should I take it in the bathroom? Take it in another room, whatever, Your conscious mind is always should be working, no matter what you do.
That's called upbringing and having manners and having a conscience.
To have $1 billion, does that not come with mannerism?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, well then
that's something you can't buy.
But like I said, I'm making jokes and I'm talking, but all I'm saying is this here. We have to understand the fact that we need to just recognize the moral institution that this man projects, or just not just that man. Let's just not say him, because this man comes as a unit. This man comes as a division. This man comes as an administration.
But it is
so he's in layers and layers and layers of people that's going on. And it's not a joking matter anymore. We have to stop smiling. You learned from old folks years ago, if you're serious about something, don't be smiling. Because we're done being the step and fetch of what's happening. We need to sit back and understand it and see the source of it and peep how we're going to get into it, how we're going to attack it. By just noticing it and saying, wow, these jokers are really, they jerk offs. But anyway, let's get back to the I just wanted to tell that lie before I forgot it.
Take that little sidebar.
Anyway, that sidebar trip.
We're going to get back to the...
All right, this topic here, one of our hit it, quit it topics is a Trump staffer who's responsible for finding positive news. Now, what kind of damn job is that? Responsible for finding positive news.
Oh, God.
He gets the positive news and hands it to Trump, and Trump delivers it. What kind of job is that? And what the hell does that pay anyway? Okay, Trump's administration parted ways with yet another staffer this week. Okay, here it is. His name was Andy Hemmings. He resigned from his $89,000, there you go, answers my question, from his $89,000 position as a White House Communications Team Director of Rapid Response of Positive News. What the hell kind of talent is Rapid Response of News? Now, this is a job where you would gather good news from Trump, so when Trump says his little speeches, you can say, yeah, we did this here, and we did this here. This is so adolescent.
Yeah, his job was to comb through all the papers and the news clips and find anybody who reported something positive about the administration or Trump, and then report that to him.
And this job had weekends off.
Oh, I don't know.
And holidays.
He was a federal employee, so I would assume.
Yeah, we know how they. Anyway, I believe.
Anyway.
You ain't gonna talk. I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah, don't go there.
I'm not gonna disrespect the film. Take all that back. Forgive me. I'm sorry. Let's see. The 31-year-old Republican National Committee staff. He's 31 years old. He was a baby. A 31-year-old guy.
Making that kind of money.
Making that kind of dough.
He realized this is a crazy job.
Right. So he came to us, like I said before, the conscious mind. Anyway, I don't want to get into a tangent. Okay, the 31-year-old former Republican National Committee staffer was responsible, like we said, for finding positive mainstream media news stories about the Trump administration, recycling and recoring it, and somehow putting it in a nice perspective so Trump can deliver, if necessary, news that he could deliver to help keep himself in a better perspective.
Just so he could hear and read good things about him.
That just made me tired. Anyway,
what a job.
Understand this here. These are our tax dollars going to this guy, I mean, you got a nerve to resign. Hell, that wasn't a job from the beginning. I don't know whether you should have just kept it because you was getting over like a fat rat in a cheese factory. So anyway, yeah, his name is. Let's put him on a kiss list for taking a job from the beginning. We'll discuss him later. His name is Andy Hemmings. He's 31 years old. He was making almost $90K a year for just opening up envelopes all day.
So
he was
searching for good news.
Yeah. So where did that work out of? Was that a mailroom? Was that out of the mailroom
I
he
don't
worked?
know. He worked out of the White House, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, but that's kill that story. Anyway, this is a Pajama Party every Friday night. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
What you say?
All right? And they work for me.
Oh, yeah. Keep
Just so y'all know.
On the kisser list.
They work for me.
Oh, I'm going to go work for that guy, Andy.
Redwine, I need you to shine my shoes. Ketel, wash my car.
I'm not going to tell you what I need you to do. Anywho,
Okay.
got the next hit it and I can say hit it and kiss it. That's a whole another thing. Hit
All
it
right.
and quit it.
All right. Amazon.
Oh,
That's all I can say.
Yeah.
$13.7 billion. Amazon.
Does he own the whole world yet?
Not yet. He getting it.
But to whose advantage? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hey,
fired up,
whoever
teed
owns Amazon. They closed the deal on Monday.
Yeah, let me be cool.
Amazon and Whole Foods, they have finally joined together. They have married each other. $13.7 billion.
Lord.
As the two companies work to integrate their businesses, all customers will immediately see lower prices. I knew that was coming.
Mm-hmm.
On a selection of best-selling staples across the Whole Foods stores. Amazon promises more to come as the internet giant begins to integrate Prime into the Whole Foods ecosystem. Prime members will receive special savings and in-store benefits. I've always heard about that Prime membership. You pay a monthly fee for the Prime membership. You get, stuff free and your shipping free and all that.
Free shipping and streaming and some other stuff.
So once complete, the offers will begin, and eventually Prime will become Whole Foods customers' rewards program. So they started a rewards program. Blue Apron, which is your joint, have also taken a beating after Amazon announced it will be creating a similar service.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Looking at the future of Whole Foods stores, Amazon said that the soon Amazon lockers, the yellow lockers, which I've seen in Safeway, will be available in select locations. Whole Foods private label products will also now be available through Amazon.com.
Wow.
So Amazon,
wait a minute, you can buy the food on the internet?
Yes, you can. Amazon Fresh, Prime Pantry, and Prime Now. A move like this could put more pressure on competitors on the low price end of the supermarket spectrum, like Walmart and the German-based Aldi and Lidl. That's a new one.
Mhm.
So that's gonna be interesting.
Okay.
Like you said, he's gonna own the world soon. I mean, you can go to a locker and pick up some merchandise. Hey.
Yeah, you can order something, and in a couple of hours, it'll be in the locker.
Yep.
Go get it.
Give you a combination.
Or ship it by tomorrow.
But to whose advantage is this stuff?
This is the
supposedly to the customer's advantage.
Well, I'm speaking on us. The we.
The us and the we, the 50
the us
plus?
and the we. No.
You mean
I'm talking
black
about
people?
the color, honey, not the age.
Oh.
Where is it?
It's the young yuppies.
I don't think it's really a color thing. I think it's really about whoever buys things online.
Oh,
right.
wait a minute.
Whatever
Everybody's
wait
buying
a minute,
stuff online.
wait a
If you're a certain age,
Hold
you're young
up,
yuppie.
I'm at to get a Q-tip for both of y'all.
But I just said you asked the
clean it
question.
out.
That's what I think.
Yeah, you asked the question.
Don't make me dip
I
this.
think that's.
Don't ask the question if you don't want the answer to it, now, Papa.
They
Come
beat
on,
me
man.
up now. All right.
No,
what
I'm saying I think that's what it is.
What I'm saying is that all this stuff we're saying about Whole Foods. Now, where's Whole Foods at? Where's your typical Whole Foods store? Where is it?
We know where they are.
Oh no, tell the public. I know y'all know where they are, but tell the public where are they? Where are they?
They're not in
are
the
they
hood.
Are they on Benning Road?
They're not in the hood. I can tell you.
Okay, so therefore, everything we're saying, who are we talking about? And the growth of, and let's say, a smart little 13-year-old black child. What
wait,
are they
Papa,
seeing
you
on
thinking
that?
about the
Oh no!
brick and mortar stores. We talking about online.
See, what you have to understand, this
We
is
talking
why
about online.
this is why they brought Whole Foods, so they can infiltrate the brick and mortar and not have to build it. It's already built. That billion went toward taking care of something that was already established. That's why it was billions and billions, because Whole Foods, all those pretty stores they built in these pretty neighborhoods, now they came along and brought all that, which is already established. Now they go in there and infiltrating it.
saying, okay, it's going to be cheaper. Now that all right, you made it cheaper, but you ain't built it. You didn't put no drop of cement, no wiring, no whatever to make it right.
Because they wanted my perspective. I'm not making excuses for them. My perspective is they trying to broaden their horizon.
Who's they?
Whole Foods and Amazon.
No,
Amazon.com.
Amazon brought out Whole Foods.
Right.
So Whole Foods
Amazon
have no voice here. Right. They do what Amazon.
But they're trying to broaden their horizon.
Who?
Because they want.
You talking about? Let's get them straight. Let's
they want
the names
they want a different clientele too.
We talking about Amazon, right?
Right.
Right.
They don't want the elite all the time because they're selected. They're a smaller percentage.
But let's go back to the 11-year-old black child in the neighborhood. Where is it to their advantage? Where is it to your advantage?
Are they shopping there? Are they shopping there? Is that what you asking?
Well, when you went to store, come
on now, are they shopping
when you
there?
went to the store,
that's why you have the Safeway in the joint.
Wait a minute. Don't say they. We were they when we were younger. I'm going back to the child that's going to the store for his mother. Where are they going nowadays? They're not going to Whole Foods.
You got Safeway and Giant. You got Aldi.
So I guess they would have to shop at whatever.
You know what? We had Burger King on the corner of 3rd and Florida Avenue, which is gone now. We had a nice Popeyes on 8th Street, which is gone now. Any of these fast food restaurants that were affiliated with black folks are getting torn down because they're in the way. And we don't want you jokers to come in there getting a bucket of a 3-piece with some red beans and rice when we trying to build a nice place here on 8th Street to make it hospitable for the new generation or the new world order,
You just said the key word, new generation. And that's
but why are we praising that generation?
Because that's who's spending the dollars.
Yeah, but what is it doing for what is it doing for our people?
I guess
who are we spending dollars for to benefit who?
Let me
when our people ain't taking advantage of it one bit.
Let me answer your question.
Whose side are we on here?
It's not for me. It's not about sides. I'm looking at the reality of it.
We can't keep talking about what somebody else is doing.
I'm saying
and what progress is being made when it's to none of our advantage.
Listen to what I'm saying. They're not trying. They being Amazon, they're not trying to serve the 11-year-old child that's trying to go grocery shopping in their neighborhood. They're looking for the upwardly.
It's not grocery shopping. It's wide-eye observation. As a child, looking and seeing your environment, what's around you.
Point. And exactly, if there's no Whole Foods in the store, in their neighborhood, then they're not going to be in there anyway.
It's not about Whole Foods, it's about the opportunity I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm saying,
I'm saying is that they're serving what you just said, the next generation. Yep. The next generation is moving
of what? Of who?
Of people.
Young yuppies.
People who's got
money.
People like that.
So the people that don't have the money got to go pound sand? Is that what we doing?
They're
still
shopping in their neighborhood.
Oh my God!
Shopping in their neighborhood like they always have.
That's a whole nother. show. It's unfortunate, but
no, I'm saying that's the reality of it. I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong. I'm saying that's the reality. Right? They're shopping in wherever they can find.
And we just accept reality like it ain't nothing.
Well, unless you can do something about it. You got people like Jeff Bezos, who owns virtually, half of the world now.
Yeah.
He's doing things, making moves.
Right.
Those of us who can't fight him, all we can do is say, well, there goes another store.
No, that's all you can do is say that. Not me. Don't say we, honey. What you mean we, white man?
Then you fire him up.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know what? First of all,
you go find Bezos and tell him why you think this is wrong.
First of all, it does not take a mighty Thor to defeat an idiot. It does not take that.
Well, then how do you defeat him?
You just by boycotting. This is one of the main reasons Martin Luther King was murdered. Was based on boycotting.
Boycott Amazon.
Well, you know, boycotting. Wait a minute, Wait a minute. Let me ask you a question. What makes them immune to anything, despite of who they are or what they think they are? All right? In order for you to project the image of a fine woman, you got to be fine with attitude and personality. Not just looks, but in titties on it.
What do you think would solve the
problem? I'm giving you the circumference of what it takes to be completely beautiful.
I didn't hear the answer. I'm talking about for the Amazon situation. So are you saying that you think it would be best for black people to boycott Amazon?
Well, you know, first of all, let's talk about people because Whoa! You're not gonna put me in that corner like that. I'm saying no. I'm not gonna be closed-minded like that. I'm saying people. We boycott as people, whoever's in disagreement. Not about black people, people as a whole, because there's millions of people out here that are in disagreement with all that conglomerative crap that's making them richer and richer and richer.
You, but I thought we were talking about Amazon.
Where's this word can't come from?
When did we
cave into that?
Unless you
is that how y'all feel?
Like you said.
Well, no, now I do agree with Papa saying that if you don't like something, you don't have to support it. You don't have to put your money in it.
And you have to find out who else does not.
I'm saying even if you're by yourself, that's your choice. If other people join you, all the better.
Right.
But if you decide that you don't like a particular thing and you say, I'm not putting my money in that, I'm not going to shop there, I'm not going to support it, if you can get more support around that, cool.
All right. Well, let me say
If you guys got any questions or comments, get into the conversation.
Yeah, give us a call.
This is a deep conversation.
914.
There you go.
Yeah, 914-803-4306. If you're already listening to us, just press 1 on your phone. You'll come in the queue.
Because I'm just trying to understand, like, so what are you saying as far as Amazon?
I'm just saying
How
as a whole.
How do you feel personally
whole,
about Amazon?
And no, see, it's not about personal. I'm going to listen to Amazon as long as Amazon is serving me and everyone else that can afford to play their game. But if you want to come in high like that, if you're going to come in high and untouchable, then I ain't going to touch you. And the people that don't believe in you ain't going to touch you either because you're not all that.
Well, to that point, I would say, and I'm trying not to keep beating this issue, but I think that's why Jeff Bezos and whoever came up with this strategy.
Explain who Jeff Bezos is.
He's the one that owns Amazon.
Okay.
I think that's
and what
why
does that make him? Special?
No, he just owns Amazon.
All right. So that's my question again.
Can I finish my point?
Go ahead.
I think that's why he came up with this strategy to make Whole Foods more touchable instead of untouchable to people. That's why he said, I'm bringing these prices down. I'm not going to be selling no $5 bananas.
Now that I own the building that I didn't build from the beginning.
Okay, so what?
That's okay, but he's coming down to the level where you talking about, Papa.
What?
He's coming down to that.
No, I'm not talking. I'm just come to me. I'm not putting us on no level because we are just as high spiritual as anybody else.
No, I'm not saying that. He's just saying something that we can.
Okay.
No,
anyway.
That's a whole nother show. Let's get to the next.
He's bringing those prices down to make it more affordable for people who were not shopping there because they couldn't afford it.
All right, so we come in that neighborhood and buy that? I mean, do we have access to Whole Foods?
Sure.
I mean, yeah, sure, okay.
I hate to say it, but I
and we're gonna be watched like a hawk, like we watching CBS.
But my opinion is, when you go in that store, the white folks gonna end up going somewhere else. Either the new store called Lidl or another store they're going to find because they don't want to shop with us. It's unfortunate.
Oh, so they're going to keep going and going until they, fall off the river somewhere? You can't just...
No, they're going to go to another store.
Why is it that these new ideals you guys are speaking of is causing separation and evasion? Why is it making people walk away or go away? When did we get the plague?
No, I'm just saying.
When did we get funky and don't want to be around?
Well, I don't feel that way.
Okay, so I thought you guys was agreeing on stuff. Anyway.
But as far as being watched, I get watched when I go to a little rundown Forestville. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Don't beat up Forestville.
I'm just saying.
Keep moving. We'll take a break. We'll keep moving.
Rundown Mall in Forestville.
Really got hot and heated up here.
You know I said hello, but I'm just saying. You
all right.
A little rundown store. They can I check your
I used to have a little
bag?
honey up in Forestville. So
no, you don't need to check my bag.
Those are my people.
What we got next?
Anyway.
Let's hit it.
Yeah, what's
Where's
the next
the bartender? My glass.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, don't make no excuses.
Who's next?
You got the next one, why?
Fell into the Amazon trap. Look at y'all.
We fell into the Poppa DD trap. That's what it was.
Man, I thought y'all was cool.
He got us caught up in a trick.
Y'all got escort going to the parking lot tonight. Y'all need escort.
Anyway, what's going on with Tesla?
Come on, you got it.
Oh, this is my story?
I think so. Come on, Tesla.
Okay, all right. Tesla is the makers of these electric cars. A very rich gentleman he's a nice guy, too. He's a nice guy. And he makes these rich cars, these rich vehicles that they're aiming for.
Black people buy?
Now they're on my tip. Woo! Who started this tip from the beginning about us being included?
I ain't messing with y'all tonight.
See, the truth comes to the light, right?
No, it doesn't. I'm not messing with y'all.
I apologize.
You need to apologize. Yes, you do. And can I get some ice, please?
Bartender, can we get some ice for
I'm going to put y'all to work.
Go ahead. Continue with the Tesla story.
Tesla's next month plans to unveil an electric big rig truck. Okay, with a working range of 200 to 300 miles per electronic filler.
An electric?
Electric truck. I mean, they want to get into the business, And if you know anything about how many miles go places, in most of your newer cars, it shows how many miles to empty. which is something that's been designed on your dashboard with your newer cars. But electric cars been fronting that since the beginning because that lets you know when to fill up again electronically. So therefore, I don't know what came first, the chicken or the egg. Did the gas people have it first, or did the electric people have it? Anyway, you know, see, they're getting rude tonight. Anyway, chief executive, isn't it? What's his name? Elon Musk.
Elon. What's his name?
Elon Musk. Yeah. He has promised to release a prototype of the Tesla semi-truck next month in a bid to expand the company's marketing behind luxury cars, okay? So what he's doing, he's stepping into the business of trucking and things of this nature, which you can't blame him. You know, he's just trying to put his thing out there. Now, this is a man that puts a certain price tag on his vehicles. If you can afford it, you can afford it. If you can't, you can't. It's just
now,
that
I wonder
simple.
how long would it take to have to recharge a big rig?
Well,
or if they charge that long, how long would you have to plug that in?
Well, as far as the miles are concerned, and you know, miles is also generated based on the energy used. You know, anytime you use, just like your meters on your electric bill. You know, how much you use.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking like the
spend.
time it takes to recharge your cell phone if it's all the way empty. I wonder how long versus the time it takes to recharge a car. How long would it take to recharge a big rig?
The recharging mechanism, it really has a level of normalcy based on shutting everything down. Whenever you charge, even on your cell phone would charge faster if you cut it off.
Yeah, but I just meant charging a rig versus a car. I wonder if it's like 3 times as long based on it's 3 times as big.
I can't really answer that, but once you know what it is, then you do what you got to do. That's trial and error based on.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering, you know, how long does it take to do that? Okay.
So it says here to go forward to before Redwine interrupted me. Well, how you doing, Redwine? Anyway, the entrepreneurism has tantalized the trucking industry. Can I finish Redwine? I mean, really? Okay, I'm working here.
I'm sorry, the mic is yours.
Okay, the entrepreneurism has tantalized the trucking industry with the perspective of battery-operated heavy-duty vehicles that can compete with your typical diesel conversion, which is less energy being spent, things of this nature, stopping at a gas station or what have you. But the only thing that's going to stop this particular situation is to have the ability to fill up electronically. Now, they have to go out there in the world and install electrical units, you know, in order to make things work, because you can't be out there on the Route 66 in Arizona somewhere and there's nowhere to plug in your stuff. But I think that, in my opinion, you should have a dual conversion where it could be electronic or gas. Or
diesel.
Or gas or diesel.
That's a good idea.
That's my idea. Don't steal it. Anyway. But anyway, and this is what Tesla is currently working on, is to get the big rigs to get in the game of electric use and things of this nature.
They say when it might come out?
Let me see. Let me do my little Evelyn Woodhead speed reading course here.
I guess they still testing, maybe.
No, that's.
It just seems like it would be, if I were a big rig driver, I don't know if I'd feel comfortable.
Kind of be leery.
Yeah. You know, when you're on like long trips and stuff, you would have to really plan your trips to make sure that I have enough juice in here.
Well, that's why I said they got to build more electronic areas in order to charge up.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying. Like the time it takes to reach. I was saying the time. Okay, now you apologize. The time it takes to recharge when you're planning a trip that normally takes a certain number of hours.
Right.
And then you got to go and plug in, which normally you would just pump gas, and that takes, 10 minutes, and you're on the road.
I'm like Papa. Maybe it should just be dual.
Oh,
you know.
You're finally like me. I'm going to bring y'all around.
I think that's a better idea. Because I'm just saying, if you run out of electric, and now you need to recharge, but you on the clock.
But it's saying it's guaranteed
to you know,
300 miles. So I mean, you know.
Yeah, but what if it's a 500-mile trip or something? Anyway, okay, I'm not going to beat that.
You're like a dark horse here. My goodness, Slep Rock.
Anyway,
Slep Rock. Goodness, call it kazoo, honey, from the Flintstones.
Whatever.
Who you, kazoo, Slep Rock?
Whatever.
Oh, you the reason why Gilligan never got off the island?
He didn't get off that island because he had other motivations. But anyway,
he was into Marianne, I think.
No, he was into the skipper. But anyway.
You told me Gilligan.
That's a whole nother.
You told me Gilligan, the skipper was.
That's a whole nother show, y'all.
They were shooting that brown eye.
That's a whole nother show.
Kept calling him little buddy.
That's a whole nother show.
You know what?
Let's keep moving, y'all.
Let's keep moving.
Anyway,
you
you starting stuff. don't mess with me. It's anyway. I know people have seen this guy who's always behind Trump at these rallies with the sign that says "Blacks for Trump."
Oh God.
You've probably seen him. So people have been trying to find out, like, who is this guy? Because he just keeps showing up, and he always ends up right where the camera can get him, right behind Trump.
He sure is.
Yeah, so people have been tracking him down, and come to find out, there's some wild stuff about this guy. He's been all over social media. The last time he was this Tuesday, he was in Arizona, in Phoenix, and he has this T-shirt on that says, "Trump and Republicans are not racist." And he's got this website, gods2, with the number 2.com, and he's back there enthusiastically cheering and pumping his sign up and down and whatnot. So, turns out this guy's name, well, he has multiple names that he goes by, but he calls himself Michael the Black Man. That's what he goes by, Michael the Black Man. And he is excited about Trump.
Oh, boy. Really?
So, yeah. So the T-shirt that he wears that has that website on it is it's the personal website of Michael the Black Man, who was formerly known as Maurice Woodside, formerly known as Michael Simonette. Now, this guy was formerly, or at one point, he was a prominent member of the Nation of Yahweh, which is considered to be a black supremacist group, which was back in Miami in the 80s. So he's been reported, according to U.S. News and World Report, he was a former member of, like I said, this group, the Yahweh group, which has been called a cult, and they believe that this Yahweh group, they believe that Barack Obama is Satan himself, and they say that Hillary Clinton is a member of the Klan. So that's how twisted around this whole group is. The Washington Post has reported that this guy, Michael the Black Man, was accused but not convicted of conspiracy to commit 2 murders in the 1990s. And this guy, Michael the Black Man, also says that Oprah Winfrey is the devil.
Oh, my God.
So he's got a lot of stuff going on. And it's interesting how he always manages to be right behind Trump. And I don't know if they've checked this guy out, if they know anything about his background, all this conspiracy stuff that he has on his website. I mean, if the Post
has
and
an
U.S.
actual website?
He has a website, that gods2.com. And I'm saying if the Post can find it, U.S. News and World Report, Salon.com, the Arizona paper reported it, all of these people have all this information. Why doesn't the White House have this information and kind of screen this dude out? I think they're so excited to have a black person with that sign, Blacks for Trump, that they don't care. I think they'd rather have a nut with a Blacks for Trump sign and just say, hey, if he's crazy, long as he doesn't hurt anybody or look like he's about to bust a move or do something crazy, let him roll.
Yes, I thought he was a paid actor, for real.
Yeah, he's been all down to Mar-a-Lago, photo ops with Melania, the First Lady. He's been all over the place.
Matter of fact, Saturday Night Live did a parody on that.
Of course they did.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, y'all got it on point, but yeah.
So that's enough about Michael the Black Man, and he's on the Kiss It list, just so y'all know.
Oh,
he's a nutcase. So I have one other story. There was a study that came out this week that was linking the quality or lack of sleep to the risk of dementia. So if you're staying up late and not getting enough sleep, just know that you may be risking dementia further down the line when you get older. And basically the study was saying that they looked at rapid eye movement, which is the period when you dream, and the different stages of the sleep cycle, and they were saying that as you get older, the periods that when you dream decline, and that's where the risk of dementia can come in. So getting your rest is important in many ways, and now they just found another one. So watch how you get your rest. You might end up messed up later if you don't get your rest now.
I know that's right. Did they say how long?
No, they just said, that if you're not getting proper rest, I mean, they recommend average about 7 hours. which probably a lot of people don't get. But
yeah, that's true. Well, I got one more. Apple. This crazy-ass damn iPhone. Apple reportedly planning a $999 price for the new iPhone.
oh my gosh.
Apple's redesign iPhone is going to be an expensive one, about $350 more than the standard iPhone. Next month, Apple is expected to introduce 3 new iPhones. 2 will be slightly redesigned and updated versions of the iPhone 7. And 1 will be this high-end iPhone with a brand name design and a newly full-screen display. Those are almost $769 more than the regular iPhone.
Who's gonna pay $1,000 for a phone?
That's retarded. The new phone will include wireless charging and facial recognition. I mean, a lot of those phones do that now.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
really?
nothing new.
So they claim a lot of these details have been leaked, but who the hell cares? Who's going to pay? I want to see who's going to buy this $1,000 phone.
Well, what about those yuppies y'all were talking about earlier?
Well, I guess they had the money.
They're smart for that.
No.
Yes, they are. I'm going to tell you right now.
They'll be in line.
They'll be in line to buy it. Trust me.
The ones you see on TV will be in line, but the average joker, don't get it twisted. Y'all giving them.
They're going to order. Look, they're going to order through Amazon. That's what they're going to do. They're going to order through Amazon.
Okay. All right.
Woo! I wouldn't put it past them.
So you guys look for that new iPhone 7 redesign.
Yeah, I can't mess with that.
They're still going to blow up anyway.
Yeah, well, I'm putting them on the kiss it list, too.
Okay, iPhone.
Yeah, Apple.
Okay.
For a $999 phone.
Yeah.
What kind of madness?
Well, they might as well say $1,000.
Well, you know, they try not to do that.
Okay. How far are we away from what's popping?
Right
now?
It's come up. We're going to take a little CC break, or you ready?
Are you ready now?
No, let's take a break, and I'll come back with what's popping.
Okay. I mean, you look like you're ready to go.
He about to pop it on through. Come on with it.
That's right. Y'all making me ill.
What do you mean?
Okay.
Oh.
We're going to take a little CC break and come right back.
Coming back with what's popping.
It's Friday night, and you're listening to the Pajama Party Show Live. Tune in every Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Mountain, and 6 p.m. Pacific. We push it to the limit every week like only we can. We've got hot topics, hit it and quit it headlines, TV and movie reviews, commentaries, and the world's famous Kiss It list. And you don't want to be on the Kiss It list. So visit apajamaparty.com. Check out the cocktail of the week. Get your glass and get your laugh on with the Pajama Party Crew, doing what we do right here with you. Get up on this and push it. Push it real good.
All right, welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine. That's Redwine, y'all, acting a complete fool, okay?
Down the bottle.
Anyway.
Party over here.
She's a yuppie supporter.
Party over there.
Her and Ketel both. They love their yuppies. They love their little red bicycles.
I'm on my way to Whole Foods.
Whole Foods. Oh, this is a nice neighborhood. I can live here. The Whole Foods is here. I could actually live here. I can live here. I can rent my little red bicycle and ride around and just
put my little lock
with it, Pop. What you got?
So what's popping tonight, Papa?
Not you two. Not at all. Not at all. Anyway, my part of the show, I have two. One is called What's Poppin', and the other one's called Living for the City. I'm going to talk about my What's Popping segment, and I'm going to speak on preempting and assumptions. Okay, let's speak on those two words: preempted and assumptions. Now, preempted is something that Redwine and Ketel does a lot. Oh, my goodness. Preempted is when you give people a damn excuse for doing something crazy, okay? Well, he's nice. I mean, he's that. How many people in your job that you know that when you describe them, whether it be Kevin, the maniac, or the crazy guy, he's a nice guy. I mean, but he's crazy, straight up. He's crazy. Why are you preempting his attitude or his personality? He's crazy, straight up. It began with his DNA. It began with that sperm cell that hit that egg. That sperm cell had a broken leg or a broken arm when it hit the egg. So therefore, he wasn't right from the beginning in most cases. But we preempt all the time. I like him. But he's preempting. Stop preempting. If you feel something about something, speak on it. Because your feelings you have in your mind are raw. But when it comes out of your mouth and you try to sugar-coated Redwine is famous for that. Okay? Well, it's always a little high voice that comes along when you're trying to get somebody to justify some crap. Is this crap? It's crap, right? Anyway, I just want to get that out there. And also, let's talk about the assumptions. Now, anything that, what's the gentleman's name that runs Amazon?
Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos. Whenever any of these rich jokers, so to speak, and let's talk about rich. The Beatles had a song a long time ago that went, I don't care too much for money, 'cause money can't buy me love, can't buy me love. Okay? So whenever we talk about money, let's talk about love and happiness, because that's the two damn things you will not get a receipt for money for. Okay? Money, happiness and love are two things that money will not give you a receipt for. You can get laid. You can get your swerve on. You can get your happy ending. But there won't be no love or happiness attached to it. Okay? Now, and that's just not on a sensuous level or physical level. Let's talk about business level. Same thing. Same thing. Like I said earlier with Redwine and Ketel, the main reason for them to buy Whole Foods because Whole Foods took the time to bring the trucks, bring the bricks, bring the windows, bring the refrigerators in, bring the floors in, and build all these stores. Amazon just built empty-ass buildings and put a ton of crap in there and sell it out the back out of a U-Haul truck or a Federal Express or however they're going to get it to you. Okay? Now, they got some stores now in the neighborhood that they didn't build. Now, wouldn't you rather buy a business that got a bunch of stores laid out in nice neighborhoods? Okay? You got it made. You brought a business down that already did the labor work for you. Okay? Now, they go in there now saying, okay, we're going to lower the prices immediately. So you're saying now, you're telling Whole Foods, the company that you brought, that their price was too high from the beginning. And you're going to come and act like you the savior. Well, you wasn't the savior before then. You were competing with them. Whole Foods was one of Amazon's competition, right? But deep down inside, none of them can beat Walmart. Why is Walmart always in as number one? Because who goes in Walmart? Common folk, honey. Yeah, my people. My people. Common folk. I see more boom shakers in that joint. Okay, you name it. You name it. Common folk. Jokers that carry on. Crazy jokers. I want to see some big titties, some big asses. Whatever I want to see, I can go on Walmart and see it. Oh, but if I go in Whole Foods, I'm being watched like a hawk. I got to fix my jit line. I got to make sure I'm right because I'm down on the corner of modernization and, innovation. So I got to get my crap together. And I could buy 2 hard-boiled eggs in a prepackaged package for $19. 2 hard-boiled eggs, and it comes with a little salt in the compartment for $19.50 for 2 hard-boiled eggs. Are you kidding me? I'm going to Walmart for $19. Hell, I can buy eggs all month. Okay? They can never beat Walmart no matter what they do. Because who's at Walmart? My people.
Amen.
My people. Anyway, please sum up what I'm saying, that no matter what you do in evil, good will always provide. Good will always rise above, because in good is cleaner air. In good is easier access. In good is just a better aspect. I go to Walmart about 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. That's the best time to get in Walmart. Get there by 6 a.m., get out by 9 a.m. Early. Before that.
3 hours?
I spend some time at Walmart. I go back. I have a green thumb. I'm not in the summertime I have a green thumb. I plant stuff. I plant tomatoes and green peppers and things like this. Not like Redwine. Redwine, plants come to her house to die.
Really, Papa?
Yeah, yes, they do. Plants come to her house to die. So
I
you
have
have
some
nerdy
silk
talk.
plants, thank you.
Yeah,
that did
silk,
not
artificial. Yeah, she actually waters artificial plants. Who does that?
They
anyway,
stayed alive.
Yeah, stayed alive. Anyway, but like I said, in a nutshell, please, if you want to do some comparison, don't believe the hype. Okay, I know the Ketel and Redwine fired y'all up earlier with all this. Yeah, this is what they do. They're the best. Oh my God, give them a trophy. Okay, just watch the perspectives and watch the statistics. We don't want to, just like, for example, let me give you one example and I'm going to go. I'm going to get off my soapbox. Let's look at Washington, D.C., okay? Washington, D.C. consists of 8th Street, which leads down to Benning Road at the end, over there by Heckinger Mall, if you're familiar with the area, okay? Now, what's going to happen when the people at Benning Road want to take a left and go back toward 8th Street? And are they going to be unincluded? Because there's a Whole Foods there. There's a Giant that leads up to an apartment complex, all this fancy stuff. But why are we excluding the people down on Benning Road? What do they do so wrong where they can't take advantage of all these goodies? They're human like anybody else. They want the American dream like anybody else. So stop denying my people of what they deserve to have. All right, they living right. Don't be 9 years old. You was on the soapbox earlier, Redwine. Oh, how you doing? Anyway, that's my segment for tonight on What's Poppin'. I just want to put that
Very
out there.
nice.
Yeah.
All right, now. Well, we're going to keep it moving and move right into
Weird news?
segue right into the weird news.
Weird news? Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Who's got the first weird news story tonight? And
It's
thank
not
you for
gonna
that, Papa.
That was good. Thank you.
Police check out a man looking for dentures. Who has this story? I have it. Wait a minute. When am I going to speak right after I spoke?
All right, well, I'll go.
Who is the intern inside? Read mine, and I'll read yours.
Okay.
We're not going to change
switch
the
with you.
format. Okay, go ahead.
All right, let me see. What is this? Oh, Lord, you going to give me this thing?
Denture man?
I get the denture story. Okay.
Come on with it.
All right, out of Berlin, a woman in southern Germany alerted police after a man buzzed on her door and asked for permission to search her balcony for his false teeth. What? Wait a minute.
Okay.
She wanted this man to let her. He wanted her to let him come in her house and go out on her balcony to look for his false teeth.
Mm-hmm.
This was near the Swiss border, and it said that after the police interrogated the 56-year-old man, they determined that his request was actually for real. He was sincere. He said he had visited a friend living a few floors above the woman and lost his dentures while sitting on his friend's balcony.
Lord have mercy.
So he figured that when they fell, they might have landed on her balcony. So he wanted to know, do you mind if I go out on your balcony and look for my teeth? Police say the man's dentures had fallen off the balcony and he was just trying to track them down because he needed them.
And it's not cheap. Dentures aren't cheap.
No. So the man's name was not given because of German privacy laws, and they wrote down. And the police say they don't know if he ever found his teeth.
OMG.
Okay.
So I guess she let him look, and they weren't out there. So the search continues.
So he brought the cops. He got the cops.
She called the cops. She called the cops and said, "There's a crazy man out here that wants to go on my balcony and look for some teeth."
I got you.
So then when the cops came and they found out he was really legit with his story. Okay, that's it for that one.
Okay.
What's up next?
Man denies purposely spraying manure on Border Patrol car. Really? As far as they didn't arrest him. A man pleaded not guilty.
That's nasty.
Thursday to charges he sprayed liquid manure on a marked U.S. Customs and Border Protection car after confronting an agent about why he wasn't doing more to arrest people in the country illegally. Mark Johnson, 53, he was charged with disorderly conduct and simple assault of a law enforcement officer with fluids. He declined to comment.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't either.
Assault with fluids.
Interesting.
Okay.
Customs and Border Protection says the job of the Border Patrol is to keep people from entering the country illegally. So Johnson, who has a long history of minor brushes with the law, said he didn't know the car was nearby when he turned on his manure spread. What was a manure spreader? Border Patrol agent Robert.
Just call him Robert.
Robert.
Thank you. Said in an affidavit that Johnson sprayed his car after a profanity-laced hydrant.
Oh, so then he knew the car was there.
While passing by my car, Mr. Johnson then engaged the PTO shaft to his trailer and covered his vehicle with cow manure.
See, he did that on purpose.
The guy,
nasty.
Robert, the patrol boarder, drove to a nearby port of entry where he took photographs of his car and reported the incident to a supervisor.
Nasty.
Who has a sprayer of manure?
Put him on the kiss list. He's nasty.
Who does that?
That's just vile and nasty.
His name is Mark Johnson.
All right.
Yeah, all right, Mark Johnson, you're on the kiss it list.
Okay.
For being nasty.
All right. So what is manure anyway? Anybody know what manure is?
Tell us,
animal.
Break it down.
Well, that's true in a sense. But manure has two different functions. Manure can be made manufacturally, or manure can be made naturally. And manure is nothing
How do you manufacture manure?
Don't ask. Don't
Okay.
ask.
Oh,
No,
okay,
that's
I take it back.
a good question. It's a good
No,
question.
I retract the
It's a good question.
I retract
Just
the
like
question.
any drug
I'm
that has.
rewinding that question.
Oh, you don't want me to answer the question?
I'm scared of the answer.
Oh,
Look
God.
at you, my good. What have I scared you?
Come on with it, Papa. So we
I'm
Okay,
scared
we're
of
gonna
the
keep moving. Let me explain manure to you. Okay,
Oh,
manure is
God.
something. Manure is a real high grade substance that works sort of as a fertilizer for the ground before you plant things. Like I said, Redwine wouldn't know because plants come to her house to die. Okay.
No, I wouldn't know because I don't
anyway,
like smelly stuff.
Anyway, but there's two sets of manures. Manures can be made manufacturing, where you put ingredients in and things of this nature. You always got to add hay to make manure. But then again, manure actually can also be made by just feeding horses, because when a horse eats hay, manure comes out of the rear. Okay, but natural manure that comes from a horse eating hay and coming out the other end is more expensive than your manufactured manure, and it smells a lot potenter, and it also smokes. You ever see pile of manure? Yeah, you ever see pile of manure look like it's on fire? You ever see a pile of manure? I mean, where are you from? Anyway.
I'm a city girl.
You're a city girl, so you know nothing about this.
Thank you.
Anyway, if you look at a pile of manure, it smokes like it smokes, and they have like little extinguishers by it because it's hot, because it's coming out of the horse's butt hiney, so it's hot as hell.
So is the manufactured stuff, does that smoke too?
You know, if you actually pick up a horse's crap off the street,
I'm talking about the manufactured stuff you were talking about.
it has a smell of manure, but it's not. It's like kind of made up.
Smoke.
It doesn't. Well, it smokes because it's got the heat in it. You got to put some type of heat in it.
So does it smoke cigarettes or weed?
You know what?
Yeah, fine.
Manure. Hey, I'm trying to.
We gonna keep moving.
Yeah, you know, how many drinks has she had? Anyway? You got to watch her.
I'm just trying to understand.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway, but like I said, that's the difference between regular manure, which comes right out of the horse from eating
Thank you
hay,
for the education.
and the manufactured type manure. But anyway, let's do our final weird news. This this story here is German police seize thousands of Trump ecstasy pills. Now, keep this here. This is in Berlin, Germany. Police say they have seized thousands of tablets of a party drug called ecstasy in the shape of Donald Trump's head.
Really?
I don't know who invented this, but these ecstasy pills,
Oh, God.
in order to sell these pills, somebody has manufactured these ecstasy pills that look like Donald Trump's head. Doesn't have a face on it. It just has his head shape, and I guess the way the hair makes the head look, whatever it does. Okay.
That launch pad.
Okay, the haul that they have estimated that they have confiscated has a street value of €39,000, which is $45,900. Okay. Police in Ansbach, which is the northwestern part of Germany, said they found a drug while checking a Australian registered car on the I-30 highway on Saturday. Okay, they say the people in the car, a 51-year-old man and his 17-year-old son, told officers they had been in the Netherlands to buy a vehicle, but they hadn't noticed that this was stashed in their vehicle. So they're claiming that they brought a vehicle and didn't know it was there.
Right.
That's classic. That's very classic. I'm going to use that.
Right.
buy a car, stash stuff in it that you got a fresh title for, and claim the fact that it's
you don't know anything about it.
Exactly.
Okay.
All of a sudden, they found about 5,000 of the orange, and these pills are orange too, by the way.
Oh.
For the Trump ecstasy pills.
Like it's the color of his hair.
So anyway, that's the last weird news we have, and we'll move on from that particular thing.
Okay.
You want to take a little break and come back with Redwine segment called I'm Just Saying?
Sure, we
Need
can
a break?
do that.
Yeah, we'll take
Sounds
a break.
good.
Right back with Redwine.
This is Ketel.
And this is Redwine.
If you like news, but you like the weirdest kind,
You're in the right place. Join us every Friday night.
for the Pajama Party Weird News.
We find stories each week about some of the strangest and oddest news stories around.
If there's ghosts driving, stupid criminals getting caught, or just bizarre medical stories,
We report it right here on the Pajama Party Weird News.
it's funny and informative, and we look forward to it every week.
And you will too.
If you like weird news like we do,
Join us every Friday night on the Pajama Party Show.
it's a weird world out there, and we'll tell you all about it,
Right here on the Weird News.
where we celebrate the weirdness.
All right, welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel
Hello.
and Redwine.
Thanks, my darling.
All right. And this part of the show, we're going to go to Redwine, who's our resident French woman.
Yes.
Well, she's not French. The gentleman,
But I want to be.
the gentleman that's hitting that
Anyway,
brown eye, the guy that's
anyway.
hitting that brown eye is French, and it got all up in her. That's why she's talking French now, because he's all up in her. He's all up in her.
Pardonnez-moi.
Pardonnez-moi, what does that mean?
Pardonnez-moi. Actually
What does
means
that
pardon
mean?
me.
More French peanut.
See, there you go.
Please.
Come on, Papa.
You nasty Papa. I'm going to find out how to say that in French.
More French
You
peanut,
nasty
please.
Papa DD.
Put
Anyway,
him on the kiss it list.
Great, Redwine.
Yeah, really.
Go on, do your thing.
So, anyway, where am I? Oh, I'm just saying, tonight I want to talk about when did being an addict become a national epidemic?
Mm.
You know, you think about when crack was a situation in the 80s, they didn't declare that a national epidemic. But then opioids became a problem, and it became a national epidemic.
Mm.
What's up with that?
90s crack.
Crack came out in the 80s.
Mm.
Late 80s, I think it was. Mid to late 80s,
Good, I didn't mean to
90s,
disturb you.
whenever it was. But the point being, you know, that this week Trump declared opioid addiction as a national emergency. And now people are all in an uproar about how it has spread to communities that are outside of the hood now. And it's been recognized as a national emergency. So I'm just saying, you know, this is not the first addiction issue that this country has faced. Not by a long shot. You know, and I just find it, I won't say funny, it's not funny. I find it interesting how when crack was a problem that basically affected not just black people, but the majority of the people it affected were people of color, were black. They didn't declare anything. They just said, hey, black people are dying messing with that crack. What a shame.
So be it.
What a shame. And left it at that. You know, when meth became a big issue, now that affected a lot of whites, but generally it was a lot of low-income whites. So they didn't declare that a national emergency because it was low-income whites.
You're doing your homework, girl. That's sexy as hell.
You know what? Don't even start. Pierre's going to punch you.
Watch out now.
So let's just go back to the 80s or the 90s, whenever it was, when crack was introduced to black communities across the nation. People were dying by the hundreds, like every day, but never did the nation declare it a national emergency. Nobody has anything to say about that. And I'm not being insensitive to people that have substance addictions at all, whatever it may be. I'm just trying to understand what makes an addiction qualified to become a national emergency. Now, recently, they've been looking at statistics and whatnot, and this week, statistics said that 21 million Americans are addicts. 21 million. Now, that could be drugs and or alcohol. 21 million. And this is not new. This has been around for decades. Now, doctors have been studying the science of addiction and how it remaps. They say it remaps the circuits of the brain that makes you just crave whatever it is you're addicted to the point where that's all you want and you just can't help yourself. That's why it's an addiction. And these doctors have said that this is a disease. They've been saying that for years. But oddly enough, law enforcement didn't see it as a disease. Law enforcement said, you messing with drugs, you're a criminal. We're going to lock you up. But the doctors were saying, oh, you got a drug problem, you have a disease. Well, these two things don't go together. You know, and nobody ever called any of these other addictions prior to the opioid situation a national emergency, like I said before. So I'm just saying, when did being an addict become a national epidemic? Now, what's puzzling is, like I said, even though the doctors a long time ago said addiction is a disease, law enforcement treated it like a crime. Now, one of these things locks up your mind, which is what the drugs do, and the police were locking up your body, putting you in jail. That's not going to treat the problem. But the police departments now are starting to realize that you can't arrest an opioid problem or an addiction, crack cocaine, whatever it may be. You can't arrest that. You know, all that's going to do is take the person and lock them up, but you're not dealing with the problem or the disease. Now, crack addicts were treated like trash. They were locked up for being addicts. But the police and your ambulance teams, rescue workers, and all of that, now, because of opioids, they stay armed with, I don't know what it's called, but that stuff that they give people to bring you back from an opioid addiction. They have that stuff now, and they say that stuff's not cheap. Now, back in the days when crack was a big thing, nobody even bothered to try to come up with something like that to bring somebody back from a crack situation. If you OD'd from crack, you were just out of here. It was just that simple. You OD'd from crack, bye-bye, you're gone. But, you know, when all this opioid stuff came up, it was like, oh, we got to do something about this. They got an opioid addiction. All these white people messing with opioids. Oh, we got to come up with something. It's a national situation now. So I didn't want to see it as a black and white issue. I usually try not to go down that road, but I can't see this any other way. So all I'm saying is that addiction is addiction. If a country has 21 million addicts, does it matter what they're addicted to? Shouldn't we treat all addiction the same and just try to help the people? It shouldn't matter whether it's opioids affecting more white people than black or whether it's crack affecting more black people than white. It should not matter. Epidemics are epidemics. If people are dying from addiction, it shouldn't matter what they look like, how much money they make, or where they live. Let's be fair about this stuff and try to help the people that need the help. That's all I'm trying to say. This is Redwine, and I'm just saying addiction should not be a racial issue. Addiction is a human issue.
All right,
That's
now.
all I got.
That was deep, Redwine. And
Redwine, that was lovely, really.
I'm just saying, you know,
I mean,
stuff is getting stupid.
it makes sense.
Yeah, you spend all this money trying to cure and deal with the opioid thing, but you didn't do all of that and get all alarmed when black people were dying from crack. So,
Ooh,
you know,
better
hey,
shut up.
it is what it is.
And it's sad that everything has to be basically a black and white thing. You don't want it to be,
I don't want it to be.
but it comes down to it.
You know,
It is.
I am the eternal
The whole world is
This
black and white,
situation
believe me.
It's a black and white situation.
It's sad.
It's about money and it's about color.
Oh, sure.
So we're
Redwine,
going to take this
I have
home.
I have a whole new respect for you because
Oh, well, thank you, Poppa DD.
What's the leader of Amazon? What's his name?
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, when you was kissing Jeff Bezos' ass
See what I'm
earlier,
saying?
when you was kissing his ass
I'm going to take this caller.
and fondled his left
Excuse
testicle
me,
earlier,
Poppa
I
DD.
really didn't know what to think about you.
Ketel, could you
But
please
you've
put
made
him on
up
the
for
kids
it.
list?
You made up
on the
for
kids
it.
list.
Yeah.
We're gonna take
Caller, welcome to the Pajama Party Show.
When it was
Yo.
Hey,
Yo, caller, you're on the show.
Hello,
Go right
caller.
ahead.
Are you there, caller? Hello, caller. This is the hey.
This is Pajama Party. You on? Come on
Welcome
now.
to the
All right.
show.
Yeah.
What's going on?
What's happening? What's on your mind tonight? Are you there?
Oh, I think we scared him now.
I guess so.
Who is
All right.
Who is it? This is the Pajama Party. Who is this?
this is David.
Okay, where you calling
going
from?
on?
Where you calling from, David?
I didn't know I pushed one. How did y'all put me in there?
Oh man, you know
It's all good.
we were just talking about addictions and yeah, okay. How you doing? You all right?
What's going on?
I didn't even hear that. I was sitting out here messing with one of Lenny's friends, and I'm just had it on listening. How y'all doing?
It's
I didn't even hear
all
what
good.
y'all was talking about.
We heard what you was talking about.
Yeah, we sure
so,
did.
Yeah, all right.
But it's all good. We're gonna keep it moving.
All right, well,
All right.
shout out
Well,
to Dave.
Shout out to
and
David.
friends
Dave, where you
and
calling
everybody.
from? What area of the world you calling from?
Oh, you know what I'm calling from? Right around the corner from your church. What street is this, Jolly? 57th and Race.
Oh, you're in Philadelphia.
I'm in
Okay.
Philadelphia.
All right, Friday,
All right.
man. Shout out to Philly.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Philadelphia.
Philly. All right.
All right,
Okay.
we appreciate you listening.
Thanks for calling
Hit the
in.
button by accident. For real, I didn't even know.
That's
but,
all right.
That's okay.
It's
It's all
all right.
good.
We're gonna keep it moving.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks for
All right.
so much.
We appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
All right, we're gonna keep it moving.
Yeah, let's keep
All
moving.
right,
Time
all
is
right.
tight, so we keep moving.
Okay, we got the Hollywood wrap up.
All right, what you got for us
We got
this
to
week?
do
On the...
that before. Okay. You gonna
Yeah.
do- okay. We'll do- I
Yeah.
thought we were living for the city. We won't go.
Oh, come on, Papa.
I'm
my
just
bad.
reading. I'm just
Yeah,
reading
my
what they
bad.
said.
Yeah, come on.
Living for the city.
Come
Oh,
on,
you
Lily.
sure now?
Yeah,
All right.
sure.
Yeah, what
All
you
right.
got for us tonight, Papa?
You've been talking all
You know-
night, so keep going.
You know what? See, you know what? I'm looking at a format here in front of me that somebody typed in after I'm Just Saying by Redwine will be Living for the City with
You're
Poppa
right.
DD.
You're absolutely right.
Oh,
so
am
what
I?
you got for us tonight?
Okay, but then she says, my Hollywood wrap-up. I thought
No, you're
Hollywood
right.
wrap-up
Ketel
came
was
after
tripping.
Living for the
You're
City.
right. So what you got for us tonight?
Okay. I'm okay to go now?
You're good. Roll.
My goodness. Thank you for taking the shackles off my feet.
Roll on.
Anyway, in Living for the City night, I want to really hump on Redwine. Not literally, but
Excuse me?
I want to hump on her thoughts and her ideals because she made a very valid point. Okay. Now, here we go. It's very interesting, the drug epidemic today. Now, we have to understand the visual eye that's put on what's happening. Now, let's take it to a courtroom, for example, all right? Let's just say a 13-year-old white boy does a little something, whether he busts a window or does whatever, yada, yada, yada. Now, when the judge looks out at this little 13-year-old white boy, what does he see if he's a white judge? What does he see?
He sees himself
He
at 13.
sees himself at 13. He looks out at the little guy and he says, you know what? I have white skin like him. And I see myself at 13 years old. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a outreach program. I'm going to give you a chance to redeem yourself. I'm going to give you a chance to have your file sealed. And when you turn 18 years old, it'll be how you say the word? Expunged? Expunged. It'll be expunged and all that jazz. Why? Because he's looking out at the audience and he's seeing a 13-year-old child that reminds him of him when he was 13 because he's looking at the image of color and the image of the illusion that he was. Not character, not personality, not attitude, not people speaking on his behalf, but just strictly color. So when he sees a little white boy, he's going to give him a break. Same break he could have gave to somebody else, but he didn't. He looks out and sees a little black boy and he says, okay. Oh, you stole some bubble gum from a convenience store 2 years ago. You know, you stole some such and such from a CVS. We're going to send you to the juvenile court. And this is what goes down with the little black kid, okay? Same situation. but the little white guy gets an opportunity to go forward. Just like the same thing with that preacher we spoke on earlier that was a member of the Klan.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you so reformed as a Klan member, then why didn't you pay your restitution that was due to those black folks that you burnt the cross on their lawn?
There you go.
You became a Catholic priest going forward saying you want to be forgiven for your sins, but you never paid your $23,000 court order that told you to pay for what you did. So you said, oh, I'm all, I will, I shall, I must in the name of the Lord. But when it came to you paying that $23,000 restitution, you said, bunk that. So I think that the Catholic Church should be obligated to pay that money for him. If you're going to keep him as a Catholic priest, then pay his bill. Okay? Since he around there burning crosses before he came with y'all, you didn't do a background check on his ass. You let him come in there and just be whatever he wanted to be. He walk around like he's holier than thou. Really, please, he ain't holier than nothing. All right? Because you didn't pay your bill fully. When you go to court, you got to pay court costs and whatever the judge tells you to do. That's how your case gets dismissed, by handling your business. What he did, he didn't fulfill the situation. Yeah, all right, I'll do this. And then he snuck in some little Maryland town, because, Maryland, they got 9,000 counties here. So you can hide out like a rat you can hide out like a raccoon in a trash can at 3 o'clock in the morning. But anyway, let me finish what I'm saying here, because I'm making a very valid point. I'm not going to take time because Ketel's on deck with the Hollywood wrap up, which is very good. And let's say, like I said, whenever they go to judge people, it's always a situation of who are we and we are me. Meaning that in most cases, when people of the other persuasion, and we won't say white or Caucasian, we'll use the term other persuasion. When they say, who are we and we are me, meaning they see themselves in something. All the people that are dying in Ohio from from opiate and heroin and things like that, they see themselves dying. So now that themselves are dying, they see their brothers and sisters that may have went crazy on their particular drug. See, drugs is a drug of choice based on a culture situation. What's popular in that area? When it came to black folks, it was a crack situation because crack was a diminishing situation, which was a downgrade from when you freebase. You go from pure coke to freebase to crack, which was more of a stimulant type of, I guess you can use the term, a chemical type stimulant where it's manufactured, so to speak. Like I was saying about manure. You can have manure that comes from a horse eating hay and manure coming out of his ass, or you can make it up. So crack was a manufactured thing, which got broke down to molecules where people were selling like a little $2-3 little hit that fit in the palm of your hand and people were so desperate that they would get that. And as long as they could bum $2-3 off it, they can get a hit or what have you, okay? But now, like I said, on the other situation, here's another thing, and I'm going to close out on this. If you notice about basketball players and football players, black folks have been known to be called hot dogs, okay? Because we have a rhythmatic about us. We're rhythmatic when it comes to football or when it comes to LeBron James taking a dunk shot or Beckman making a one-hand catch with a football. We're rhythmatic. Or if you look at a little black boy in the middle of the street, he's popping a wheelie while a car is coming at him. That's just what we do. We're outside people. We're entertainers. We're rhythmatic people. Now, white folks on the other end, they're white folks. Their family own homes. So they got high inside the house, up on the second floor looking out the window. We was getting high on the street because we're outside people. We get high outside. But they get high on the second floor, looking out the window. They're cooking meth in the garage. Hell, we didn't even have a damn garage. Okay, they cooking meth in their garage. They took a privilege and an advantage they had and used it to make drugs. Okay, so now the very same people that done vicious stuff indoors, because even though you're doing stuff indoors, it don't make it right. And because somebody's outdoors, don't talk about it too much, because everything you do in the dark is gonna come to the light. I don't give a damn where you're doing it. Okay? So anyway, just to sum up this whole thing, that whole situation with this drug thing, just like Redwine said, it's only the fact that as us black folks doing things outside, not just so much because we're doing drugs out on the corner and whatever, we're just outside people. We're hot dogs, we're celebrating people. But now that the indoor people then got flagged, all of a sudden Trump and everybody else saying, it's an epidemic. We got to take care, we got to throw some money at it. Really? So anyway, I just want to leave that with Living for the City for tonight.
All right.
Just chew on that.
Okay. Shut up.
That was good, Papa.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, that was a good piggyback off the Red Moss.
Yeah. Snap, snap.
Redwine's all right. She's like the Zuppies and all, but she's all right.
Whatever. Let's go out to the West Coast.
All right.
What you got for us tonight, Ketel?
Yeah, quite a bit tonight. Let's get right into
What's happening in La La Land, as they call it?
Well, unfortunately, our Cheers actor Jay Thomas, he died at 69.
Oh.
Sitcom vet Jay Thomas, best known for his recurring roles on Cheers and Murphy Brown, he died at 69. The New York Daily News, Don Buchwald, said Jay was one of a kind, never at a loss for words, and filled with so much fun and wonderfully wacky thoughts and behavior. Unfortunately, he was battling the big C, big cancer.
Oh.
And he won 2 Emmys on the Murphy Brown sitcom. So you guys can look him up, Jay Thomas. He died at 69.
You know, he's one of those people that I think people know his face more than they know his name.
That's true. That's true.
If you look up his name and see his picture,
right, you would
know who he is.
That's
yeah.
the guy, right.
Oh, yeah.
Right, because I didn't know myself.
Yeah.
Amy Schumer, she's in the news. She clarified salary negotiations. Says she didn't deserve equal pay to Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle. Interesting. Amy Schumer publicly commented on her salary negotiation with Netflix. Everybody's going with Netflix for the first time. In a previous interview, the comedian stated that she asked for more money once she learned what Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle were paid for the respective stand-up specials. She got a special on Netflix coming out. She asked for more because of what, they were getting. But she respects them. She says, I believe women deserve equal pay. However, I don't believe I deserve equal pay to Chris and Dave. Interesting. Chris and Dave are legends and 2 of the greatest comics of all time. I would like to say that I have been selling out arenas these last couple of years. So that's a big deal for her. Rock and Chappelle were reportedly paid $20 million for their routines, while Schumer was paid $11 million for the leather special taping. So she goes on to say, I will continue to work my ass off and be the best performer I can be. The reports of me demanding or insisting on equal pay to them aren't true. In the past, Charlene Theron, Jennifer Lawrence, Emma Stone, Patricia Arquette, actresses who voiced their opinions about their pay, equal pay. So, I think people got misconstrued what she was trying to say. She said, yeah, I've been working my ass off. I deserve equal pay, but I can't compare to Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle. So let's just get that clear.
Yeah, really.
Right. So, because she hadn't been out there as long as they have been, Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock. Lady Gaga teases Netflix doc Gaga 5'2". Lady Gaga may seem larger than life, but she's really just 5'2". That's the name of her latest project, a documentary called Gaga 5'2". She goes on Instagram to say, I'm known for being larger than life, but really I'm just Gaga 5'2". The documentary will make its premiere at its year's Toronto International Film Festival. It launches on Netflix on September the 22nd. The film pulls back the curtain to introduce the woman behind the performer, the costumes, the glitz, and the glamour. Audiences will glimpse Gaga off stage and at home dealing with everyday struggles, from relationships to health issues to insecurities. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it will be, because she's very interesting.
Yeah. She was saying that in the beginning that her sister was making her costumes and doing her, stuff on stage.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if she's still doing it or not, but it's going to be interesting to see if she gets into her past relationships with the, I can't remember the actor's name that used to play on your show, Papa.
Chicago Fire.
Right. You know, that was...
Yeah, she dolled him out pretty good.
Yeah, I think so.
She really did.
Yeah.
He was a nice guy, and she's more into her producers of her new movie or whatever than she was him. She was the last one he kissed when she won the award.
Yeah, that was interesting.
We want to go there with her.
So
she copied off of Grace Jones, my girl, clothes-wise, and she wouldn't have made it, but anyway.
Okay,
That's
all
your
right.
girl.
Maybe that was her influence. A new investigation of Gwyneth Paltrow. This website called Goop. You say you're familiar with it, Redwine.
Yeah. Gwyneth Paltrow's website, Goop.
Yeah, has made more than 50 illegal health claims. Gwyneth Paltrow's website Goop gets a lot of flake for its silly product recommendations, such as jade eggs that recharge in the moonlight or stickers that promote healing. Connecticut-based Truth, the TINA.org, is an independently funded nonprofit that claims to fight false advertising and deceptive marketing. They go on to say we had started to see that Goop was getting some media attention, and when we looked at the site, we saw some red flags. So this group, Tina.org, investigating, claiming that Goop markets some of its own products using deceptive, illegal, health-related claims that aren't backed up by the solid scientific evidence. The bottom line is they're using deceptive marketing to exploit customers to buy products that can't live up to the claims that are being made. So according to the Federal Trade Commission law, companies can't advertise that their products will diagnose, cure, treat, or prevent or improve diseases or disorders unless those statements are backed by solid proof. So the research for scientific studies proving that points and you'll come up empty-handed. One Goop post even says that there are currently no scientific studies providing or disapproving the effectiveness of jade egg practices. So the fact that Goop writes about these kinds of remedies isn't illegal in of itself. The problem is when the company markets these products using health-related claims that aren't proven to be true.
So they need to be on the kiss it list for being full of crap.
Yeah.
There you go, Goop, G-O-O-P.
Already on the kiss list?
I got him.
Kiss list.
Yeah, I got him.
Kiss list is a list we put out that it puts people in perspective.
Okay. I got one more.
Go ahead, take your time.
The Voice. The Voice is the American reality television competition on NBC. And this new season, which is the 13th season of The Voice, they're going to have some new stars on it. Let me get it right.
Go ahead. Take your time.
Take my time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Might be too long. But I take
a girl, Jennifer Hudson.
Jennifer Hudson is going to be
you
on.
need some opium-induced What you doing?
Maybe she's an undercover addict.
Woo! Watch out now. This is the 13th season, and Jennifer Hudson and Miley Cyrus, she's coming back.
13th season?
13th
Wow. Season. Unbelievable.
Matter of fact, the 14th season, which is coming up, the young lady from American Idol, Kelly Clarkson, she's going to be the judge on the 14th season.
Oh, okay.
So this premieres on September the 25th on 2017. So
I just hope Jennifer Hudson really comes around, because, I don't know, she seems so, I don't know.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, Ketel, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
That was a good Hollywood.
Yeah, Hollywood dictates pro like this.
And
what was her name? Gwyneth Paltrow?
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yep. Will somebody hire Jennifer, what's her, Gwyneth
Paltrow.
Yeah. Put her in a movie, please, so she can stop with all this hallucinative crap that's not working. That's not, she's trying to make money. She needs money. Is that the one that had a little baby named Apple?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
She did.
She has two
Apple needs Pampers and Similac. 'cause see, Gwyneth never had, a real rack on her, so therefore,
Oh.
Apple never got the breast milk that they really
Come
needed.
on, Redwine. What you got over there? Cocktail of the week.
Well, we're going to step into the bar and go into the cocktail of the week, which is brought to you by DCHomegrown.com, which is our parent company.
Mm-hmm.
So tonight's cocktail of the week is the Juan Carlins. Juan.
Right now.
Juan.
Like Don Juan.
Like Don Juan. J-U-A-N, Collins.
Juan Collins.
So to make a Juan Collins, you need 1.5 ounces of tequila, 1 ounce of lemon juice, a half an ounce of agave nectar, top it off with some club soda, and put a lemon or a lime wedge for garnish.
Is that it?
It's a very clean drink. It's really about the tequila. So if you like tequila, you're going to like this one. It says, what happens when you pour tequila instead of whiskey into one of the best-known happy hour cocktails? You get magic in a glass. That's what happens when you have this fun cocktail known as the Juan Collins. This recipe is one of many from the Collins family of drinks, which includes one of the most refreshing and popular cocktails that you can find. We're going to post this on apajamaparty.com. It should be up by tomorrow. Click on the cocktail of the week. You can see what it looks like and get the recipe.
Right.
But if you like tequila, you'll like this one. All right?
apajamaparty.com.
apajamaparty.com. Did I say that? Okay. apajamaparty.com.
apajamaparty.com.
All right. Let's move into the kissing list.
All right, the kissing list.
We'll
All
break
right,
it down.
The kissing list is a list that we put out weekly of everybody to show their butt hiney.
Bam!
Did something wrong, did something crazy,
bam,
and to put you on notice, okay? And this kiss it list, it consists of different people of any background. Doctor, lawyer, Indian chief, and we have a song that we accommodate with the kiss it list.
As a prize.
As a prize to be on the kiss list, there's a song in your honor after we tell everybody it's on the kiss it list.
So you have
now, on the kiss list, we got Ivanka Trump.
What?
For posting pictures of thank you cards from kids.
Really?
But for what? What are they for real?
Nobody knows.
Really?
She had what she said was fan mail.
Oh.
Why is she sending her fan mail? Really?
Oh.
It was like written in crayons and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Lying. Oh, I enjoy starting my week like this.
Yeah, because my father's an asshole. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah, anyway.
Herman Cain. Remember Herman Cain?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
Herman Cain was a pizza guy, wasn't he? Was that the same gentleman?
No, was it him? No, that's not the guy from Godfather Pizza, is it? No, but what happened?
Herman Cain.
He ran for president in 2012. I remember that.
Herman Cain. He's the one who had thousands of women. He was fucking everybody.
Oh.
Then he ran for president, and all the women came forward saying, yeah, he stuck me and whatever.
Why is he on the
2004 president's candidate for posting letters asking House Negroes to stand up and defend Ben Carson. Support for Trump.
Are you serious?
Okay, now Herman Cain, let's recap this 1 second because we run out of time. Herman Cain was a black man who was Godfather Pizza, the founder of Godfather's Pizza. He was fucking everybody, okay? And when he ran for excuse the language, but this is Blog Talk Radio, so we can talk like that. So anyway, when he ran for president, women came out. He was fucking mean. He didn't promise to give me what he promised to give me. Anyway, we'll move on. Pastor Paula White, almost 50% black congregation. She has a 50% black congregation for saying Trump is the only president ever attacked, ignoring how people came to President Obama's rescue or what have you.
She was talking all this stuff about that Trump is the only president that people have just attacked and gone after the way that they have.
Now, Paula White, is she a black woman?
No, she's a white woman.
Okay, well.
But she's the pastor of a almost predominantly black church.
Oh, God.
And your boy Roland Martin, boy, he talking about clap back. He got on Tom Joyner's show and lit her up.
That's my main man.
So anyway, move on. The ascot.
He's their ascot. He's the
ascot brother.
Man.
But
yeah,
move
anyway.
on.
Paris Hilton. Okay, her dogs live in two-story mini mansions with central air and heat, chandeliers, design furniture, and pink interior, and they're allowed to shit and piss anywhere they want to. This is Paris Hilton. She treats her animals like humans. Okay, Reverend Daniel Scott for kissing all Trump's ass on CNN. Also for being sued.
That's another brother that was like, well, but Trump is, he's just doing, and I'm like, dude, really?
Right. We're not going to leave
overboard.
We're not going to leave out the brother Paris, who's the gentleman that speaks on CNN. He's a CNN.
Oh yeah, with the voice.
He's a black man. Paris is so Trump supporter, a dark-skinned brother. He's such a Trump supporter. It's scary to hear the way this brother talk.
Yeah,
young brother too. He's been dipped, honey. He's dipped. Okay. Anyway, Professor Judd Ryan for being an unreasonable jerk-off. Who's
Judd Ryan? No, that's a professor.
Oh, okay.
He's a professor from somebody who gave me his name, that sent us a name for the Kiss It list.
Oh,
he's an unreasonable jerk-off of a professor.
Okay. And the guy who calls himself Mike the Black Man.
Oh, yeah.
Who was the one sitting in the back of Donald Trump doing his thing with his shirt.
Yeah, he's on the
He
Kiss
just
It
looked
list.
a mess. He actually, was that a wig where his hair was all wavy and,
I don't know.
and the braid down the back? Really, brother?
I don't know.
Really, brother? Come on, man.
You got the judge from Arizona? In Arizona,
Sheriff, former Sheriff Joe Arpaio.
Yeah, right. He did wrong. He did wrong. And now Trump is pardoning him.
Yeah.
So what does that tell you about Trump when he's pardoning common criminals? So that's why I said, who are we
this
and
man
we are
pardons
me?
minorities, and Trump pardoned him.
Pulls them over and
I
then
think that
puts them
speaks
away.
for itself.
All right. Emmanuel Macon, president of French, for spending over $30,000 in makeup in just over 100 days.
The president of France. He spent over $30,000 in makeup in just 100 days of being the president of France.
Oh.
And that
using the makeup?
Yes. Because he said, I have all these TV engagements and speaking things, and I had to look good.
He's crazy.
I'm like, dude, for real?
Okay. Who else?
NFL teams, all 32 teams got together and said, don't hire Colin Kaepernick. But half them damn teams, as you'll see when the football season starts, got lousy-ass quarterbacks, okay?
Wow.
But here's the backdraft on that.
Colin may not be the best, but he's better than a lot of them.
But Colin, in a move to trump out and to become a house Negro himself, said, if I get on a team, I won't kneel anymore.
Yeah.
Damn, brother.
I was
do
all
what you
for
do.
him, but now he done sold out.
He said, yeah, let me just sell out. I won't kneel no more. Hire me. I won't do it no more.
I had to put him on the Kiss It list.
I won't pull out my pee-pee at a national park. If you got a piss, pull your pee-pee out. Anyway.
Who else you got, Bob?
That's about it. We got Ketel and Redwine also for dogging me earlier. We got Ketel, Redwine.
I got a few. I got Apple for charging $1,000 for a damn phone.
For a phone, exactly.
Yeah. Mark Johnson, the manure sprayer.
Oh yeah.
And Goop, the website that Gwyneth Paltrow has.
Yes, of course.
Okay, and I got Trump for several things. One for pardoning that ex-sheriff. The other one for sharing a meme on Twitter that showed, when the eclipse happened. This was for him showing a meme where he was eclipsing President Obama. So I put him on there for that. And then I got another one from a family out of the UK, the United Kingdom, across the pond, that broke an 800-year-old stone coffin because they put their child in it.
Oh, yeah.
And this was at a museum.
Yeah.
How you go to a museum and put your kid in the coffin and break
it?
They broke
Oh my
God. What else we got for him?
Fat ass
Ooh,
kid.
that's all.
Okay, this
is that
song.
Everybody?
This is the song for everybody on the Kiss list. You
What
ready?
we got?
Kiss my entire ass. Kiss my Irish ass. You better kiss my Irish ass. This world can kiss my ass. Kiss my ass.
You can just kiss my ass. Baby, you can just kiss my ass.
Well, you can kiss my country ass. I said if you got a problem with any of that, you can kiss my natural born redneck to the bone, ever loving country ass. That's right.
All right. Kiss my ass. My ever-loving country ass.
It is.
I am Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel
Hello.
and Redwine.
Yo.
Every Friday night at 9 o'clock, we're going to go on with our last words. My last word is thank everybody for listening. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for figuring out what we're doing. We're just doing our thing. Every Friday night, tell a friend to bring a friend to listen to us and, You can still get out and go clubbing on Friday, but let's do the pajama party and put a little bit of oomph in you.
All right. My last word is thanks for hanging out with us. Shout out to everybody, Philly, L.A., North Carolina, D.C., Maryland, Virginia. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Visit the website, apajamaparty.com, Atlanta, GA. Over to you, Ketel.
My last word is I want to shout out to Grandma V. She's in the hospital, but hopefully a speedy recovery. Also, a good shout out to my driver, excellent driver today, Tawana. I want to shout out to her, and the second smartest man I know, my brother, D. Worsley. All right, I'm out.
All right, we're out. See you next week.
Right.
9 o'clock Friday night.
9:15 CP time.
We'll be here. Join us.
All right. Pajama
Initiating
party.
shutdown sequence.
Is it all over, Rock?
I guess so. I bid you farewell, arrivederci, sayonara, and all that sort of jazz.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Well, good night.
Yabiko. Sana.
I regret to announce this is the end. I'm going now.
Good night, and good luck.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Now give me a kiss and say good night. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you for attending our show, and good night.
Pajama Party, growing sexy, throwing a party. Pajama Party, party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. Pajama Party, growing sexy, throwing a party. Pajama Party, party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. Pajama Party, growing sexy, throwing a party. Pajama Party, party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. Pajama Party, growing sexy.